Alright, well, I do actually have the game up and running here. Uh, here we go. So I realize it doesn't link to anything else, and really just doesn't really need to happen, but I do all the same feel compelled to try to finish this puzzle here. Let me see if I can get things to run a little better here. I hope I don't lose the mic at any point tonight. I have the nagging suspicion that might happen, but I'm hoping we can keep things otherwise intact. Probably going to have full CPU for a while. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Okay, hopefully this is going to, this is gonna function. Alright. Yeah, you only have to click it once. Alright. I was mulling over this one mentally, sort of hoping I would have it solved, basically in my sleep. Obviously, the line has to start like this. The interesting thing about the black squares at the center is that they're totally a red herring. Due to the way that they function, you can completely ignore them, since there aren't any of a different color. I want to say... Yeah, I know, right? Obviously that doesn't work. I sort of had something in my head, but, No. That is not the right shape. Basically, this piece ends up going down in here. Oh, that's right. I need to include you, too. Huh. That piece can be in its own shape there. That one... Oh, what am I doing pointing? The piece up here sort of ends up being those three cells down there. And then it's a matter of getting... This is really not coming together the way I was picturing it before. That would be 5 pieces. Nope, that's two pieces of the same shape there. Hmm. One, two, three, four. Need to include all four corners, or otherwise portion them out separately. It's not going to work quite right. Okay, that's the piece that's in the top right corner. Can I put others together? All told, it would be 12 cells. Seems like what I'm picturing is actually possibly not even possible. I said that in a very, very strange way. Okay. I'm assuming this actually is solvable. I would be very surprised if you couldn't do, do this one. The way that the line has to start, I am creating faces on the sides there. Oh, that might, Those gaps at the bottom, if it weren't for that... yeah. Yeah, the problem is that you can't really just portion those off in the more obvious manner. You do actually have to perform a swap. And you can't cut both of these off from their... I could try to do something like that, but... that would work for two of the shapes. But I haven't actually included... others than the... obviously that's not going to cut it. One of these two cells down here is going to have to end up, yeah. It's the two pieces here and here under the line right now. And that is neither piece that's actually in that section. I can't have the line just... I can't do that to include a piece, because they're all L's. Yeah. I would have this solved quite some time ago if that were permissible, yes. Yeah, that extra cell at the bottom is really sort of the crux of the problem here. I feel like this is possible. I just haven't mentally grasped the right approach to this. Would go down there. I would also need to include... piece is still in its... Yeah. Hey, Brimcon. This one, for whatever reason, has been very, elusive for me. But I have the feeling that the area I'm planning on going after this is only going to be worse. Puzzle's perfectly symmetrical. I can keep working on one side. Trying to work on the other one isn't going to make a difference. Okay. The Trominos cover a total of 12 cells. There are 18 cells in this grid. I need to have 6 cells that are not covered by any pieces at all. Well, that's one piece, possibly. Yeah. That's the problem. I would want to go through this own corner here, back under here, and then mirror image that on the other side. But obviously, that's not an option available to me. Sort of. Where would the other... That leaves 2 cells. outside. I could actually make it 3. Sort of like that. There we go. There it is. I had all the right pieces in my head. I just had to put them together. Yeah. There it is. I actually really like that puzzle. That one's pretty well done. There is obviously a trivial second solution. Which is to mirror image it. Just flip it. Obviously that would work too. Well, that didn't actually unlock anything new for me. That was just one of those things that was kind of bugging me. Had just been sitting there unsolved for too long. Wanted to get back to it. Now, I'm not actually sure of the best way to get to what I know I haven't done yet. But, I'll just keep climbing this until I, Yeah, this is inside the windmill. I don't think I ever set this up. Go the other way. I'm not even sure what that does. If anything. Seems to have stopped the windmill. Sure if that's of any significance or not. Well, that's not where I want to be right now anyway. Where I want to be is over this way. Oh. I don't think I noticed it. This game is loaded with visual Easter eggs. There's some excellent videos out there to be seen about exactly that sort of thing, but here's a really neat one that I should have seen. His shadow is juggling. I actually really like that. So, is it in here? Ooh. I remember this floor looking like this. We have a, Get the feeling that if I stand in just the right spot, look at this from the right angle, or otherwise maybe something happens somewhere that I can actually connect these up. I think there's a way to make it red inside here. Where right now it's sort of blue. Yeah, this was where I had realized, oh, I've got a whole new chunk of stuff that I haven't done yet. Oh, fantastic! The speaker's broken! And this is one of those acoustic rooms where you can't hear anything. Jonathan! There are 4 different sized dots? Whoa. That actually stayed together like it was correct. I suppose if it's completely silent in here, that would be correct, right? These two dots are the same size. Shut this one off again. Okay, I think I see what's going on here. No? Unless small means high pitch? Yeah. Okay. So, essentially, you need to sort of solve these together. They have to reference one another. So we've got a small dot, essentially like a high pitch from the earlier puzzles, and the larger dots are a low one. So we're going tiny dot, medium-sized dot, large dots. And that's the line that I drew there, the order I went through the dots. And something tells me that this is going to link to more of these. Oh dear. This is looking a little concerning. Man, I hope those are actually... those are squares. I have the nagging suspicion that these are actually different colors. And just the fact that everything is blue... It tells me you might actually do something about the colors in here. Yup! Okay. You and you. Yeah. Perfectly fair, but... Yeah, the fact that I... Oh, wait, while everything is red... Before I forget... And I'm pretty sure I actually have to do this from up the stairs here. Yeah, that one counted. Okay. That one had been bugging me a little. But, straightforward enough, I suppose. Did you find an actual tool? Yeah. Those flowers look black now. So let's see. This is going to be one I'm going to want to make references to here. Here we go with the notepad again. So there's a 2x2 section each corner. And it actually doesn't make... Right. White. Yeah, it doesn't matter whether I do it positive or negative. So I will mark right now with an R where all the black ones are currently showing. Now let me toggle the color. There's green. And quite a few of these appear black with green active. Okay. And then lastly, let's get blue showing. With blue showing, it's this nice, neat pattern here. Okay. Then these. Alright, so applying a little logical calculus to this, we have the case that 1, 2, 3, 4 stars, those are all the same color. 1, 2, 3, 4, those are the same color. 1, 2, 3, 4, those are the same color. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, those are. Alright, so we are going to have to... All colors in stars need to be set aside in pairs. That is... That will get 3 of the truly black. No, excuse me. They'll get 2 of the truly black out of that corner. That's 1 blue-green. That's the 2 blank here. That's the green one. Coming up here, I want to get exactly 1 of those. Okay. I need to do something along these lines? Yes. Okay. There's that one. And on this side, I'm going to have to do the same thing, essentially. Let's use the same grid. Different color writing utensil. So I'm looking at what is blue right now. Mark down everything that actually appears black. Right now, I'll mark it with a B. Okay. Now I need to get a different color showing. So that's with green showing. This appears black, as do all of these down in this corner. Now to get red, the active color again. Alright, these three... Oh, whoops, not there. Those three, Adam. And then this entire corner. Alright. So... yeah, it's either mark everything that's white or mark everything that's black. It doesn't matter whether you do it as positive or negative, really, since you're dealing with just as long as you're consistent about it, it's all going to come together. So if I did that correctly, these are all the same color here. Unless I really overlooked something. Up here, this one is different from these three. Down here, well, obviously you can see it. This one is different from those three. And in this corner, we've got these three, that one being different. And nothing in one corner area matches anything in another corner area, so they all have to be isolated from each other. So I can do something like that, and then I have to seal it off, or I do, say, that. Then when I come down here, oops, nope, that will not cut it. I'm gonna have to... Oh, hold on. I need more space, but I can get more space. Just use what I have better, that's all. Going to have to do something along these lines. There we go. Okay. So those are both done. And, that seems to have accomplished nothing. Try toggling the overall color again? Maybe if I return it to blue? I've definitely solved those two, but they don't seem to have led to anything else. More than that. Yeah, I'm just afraid I'm going to mentally get it backwards, but yeah, it's basically just following the primary colors of light. I could probably tell you, if I thought about it correctly, what color each cell actually would be if it were under white light. But I might get it backwards. Ultimately, it doesn't matter. There's a third hidden somewhere. I was kind of wondering if there's... It seemed to be. And notably, there aren't any wires coming out of these leading to anything else. They might have just been sort of isolated puzzles, I guess. But I would have expected this to go somewhere else. Yeah, something appears black if no light is reflecting off of it. So we should have no... Yeah, if these appear black under blue light, that means there's no blue component in the color. And indeed, we can see these both appear black, and this is obviously blue. We change the color. Yeah, this appears white, because that is a green dot. That is where there are green components. So I actually sort of did the exact opposite by marking what was black instead of what was white. I could invert that and tell you what color everything is. Obviously, these windows are used to draw a line, an environmental from outside, but I'm wondering if I can see anything out there from in here. Doesn't seem to be. Hold on a second. No, huh? That'd be funny, though. I guess that's why he drew them the way that he did. Those clear borders around them. Yeah. Yes, primary colors of light, red, blue, and green. Secondary colors being cyan, yellow, and magenta. AKA the red, yellow, and blue of art. Primary colors there. This, this was amusing. Weird. I feel like this should have led to something further, though. Still hanging around here, but... What building am I actually in right now, and where precisely would those edges be? Well, yeah, there's obviously that. Making that red was a key thing. I was very much expecting this to lead to something else, to something further. That looks a little different than the rest, but... there do seem to be a lot of pipes in the area, but none of them are making the usual bulb and tab pattern that would imply I'd have something to draw. An odd little stain there, too. Different colored flowers. Alright, I was expecting this to actually run a lot deeper than it did. That was definitely one of the loose ends that I wanted to tidy up. Didn't go nearly as far as I would have thought. There is one more thing, at least, that I know is still a loose end that I sort of forgot about. It was sort of semi-spoiled for me when I saw a speed run of the game. That it's like, oh yeah, there was that area that I never actually finished, did I? So, let me see if I can find my way back in there and handle that. Wait a minute. No damn way. Holy shit. Gotta find just the right angle for it. This has got to be a line. It has got to be. I mean, look at it. Like a giant question mark, actually. There we go. That may be the neatest line yet, yeah. I gotta hand it to him. There's an astounding amount of work that has gone into the design of this game. All those patterns. Things like this one right here. This is like... That's like the best one yet. That was just beautiful. It just suddenly hit me as I'm walking through there like, wait a minute. Hold on. And did I actually come this way or no? I think I did. Right, yeah. But I overlooked something about this. This is another one of those visual Easter eggs that I mentioned. You see the guy reaching up for the goblet there, but in his shadow, he's actually grabbing it. He's actually grabbed it in his shadow. I'm sure that lots of people actually saw that, but that was something I overlooked. I saw the turtle, though. Seems like a lot of people overlooked the turtle, but I caught that one. Yeah, there's a bamboo forest area up in here, and I'd never actually fully explored that. And at one point I even opened up a wall that kind of slammed down shut over part of it. Oh, here's one of those damn... Black... Yep. There's the one I just did. A bunch more. There's just so many of these. They're everywhere. They're absolutely everywhere. Oh, hello. Looks like I'm going to have to try to do that one from the front of the thing. Everywhere. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, this wall that popped up, there are puzzles on the back side of it. That was something that I had, not, gone back to check on. Oh, this is how I'm supposed to know which dots are which pitch. So, 2 mediums, the small, the last medium, and then the large one last? That's actually... There we are. Needed to use every intersection. This one really isn't that straightforward. Hmm. Yeah. Just had to wait for the right one to play. High, high, low, mid, low. Yeah. I think that's going high, low, mid? So many different patterns. Oh, you're gonna be like that, are ya? They're all 5 notes. I bet one of them is only actually possible in the grid. Hmm. Nope. One of them requires 2 mids. That's definitely not right. I keep hearing the high, low, mid, but I don't think that one's actually topologically possible. Low, low, high, mid, high doesn't look doable either. Hmm. Yeah, the mid being in the center is a problem. I feel like the one that I want to hear keeps getting interrupted by the others. Ah. I feel like I'm hearing the same 2 or 3 over and over again. If there's a third one, I'm having great difficulty singling it out. Nope. Oops. Ugh. No, I've tried that pattern before. Not the same line, but different pattern of dots. Sounds like there's a low, low, high, mid, high. And 2 different pitches of it. And then a high, low, mid. Which frankly intrigues me. But I don't think it's actually drawable. The speaker, anyway. Having great difficulty picking this one out. Ah. Nope. Occurs to me, there are only so many combinations. I don't think this can be drawn ending with the mid. No, it can't be. The exit's here. Has to be gotten to from here or here. Either way, yeah, we need to have that segment and that segment in order to go through the dots. We cannot possibly end with the mid. Low, low, high, mid, high. The two lows at opposite ends. Gonna seal the grid off. Yep. I feel like there's a... Sounds like there's a third one that comes up that's just plain rarer than the others. There we go. I feel like that was more luck than anything else, honestly. Oh. That wasn't there before. I believe. Now what? It's creepy in here. Hmm. This, whole area is something of a nightmare. Why is there a haunted bamboo forest in this game? It feels so out of place. Oh.
If we were not able or did not desire to look in any new direction, if we did not have a doubt or recognize ignorance, we would not get any new ideas. There would be nothing worth checking because we would know what is true. So what we call scientific knowledge today is a body of statements of varying degrees of certainty. Some of them are most unsure, some of them are nearly sure, but none is absolutely certain. Scientists are used to this. We know that it is consistent to be able to live and not know. Some people say, how can you live without knowing? I do not know what they mean. I always live without knowing. That is easy. How you get to know is what I want to know. This freedom to doubt is an important matter in the sciences, and I believe in other fields. It was born of a struggle. It was a struggle to be permitted to doubt, to be unsure. And I do not want us to forget the importance of the struggle, and by default, to let the thing fall away. I feel a responsibility as a scientist who knows the great value of a satisfactory philosophy of ignorance, and the progress made possible by such a philosophy. Progress which is the fruit of freedom of thought. I feel a responsibility to proclaim the value of this freedom, and to teach that doubt is not to be feared, but that it is to be welcomed as the possibility of a new potential for human beings. If you know that you are not sure, you have a chance to improve the situation. I want to demand this freedom for future generations. Richard Feynman, 1963.
Old Dick Feynman. Aha! Oh! Really? Well, I didn't have all the lasers, apparently. Seems like I got another one now. There it is. It's charging up and... taking its sweet time. Come on, don't leave me hanging. Phew! Here we are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is 10 lasers. I have no idea how many there are total, but I'd be surprised if there was another one. No, nothing blocking it. One of the lasers was blocked at one point, but I definitely fixed that. There are, alright, so that's all of them then. That is all of them. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can't... I do know there are some places I haven't been yet. Oh, just counting how many I have? I know there are definitely some places I haven't been to yet. Not entirely sure I know how to get into them. I'm on a boat. I think I need to... I want to do a flyby there because... I'm sure there's an environmental or two along here. I know it's there. I figure I'll grab it while I can. That looks oddly... Yeah, I had trouble with the boat before, but, I did seem to be able to eventually get, the map to function. I tried to do something with it and nothing seemed to happen, but... working now. I don't know if anything different actually occurred or what, but... Alright, I don't think it needs to be that slow. Yeah, the harbor area in here has an environmental or two to be drawn in. There's like a big maze of one back in here. I don't think I had noticed before that all the lasers dim. And you've got an environmental line going. Something tells me this line can actually be drawn twice. Reflection in the water probably works too. Come on. I know there's orange back there. Almost there. Here we go. And that one. Yeah, those I knew about, and something tells me that the reflection of that one in the water can be made to work too. Although with the presence of the pier in the middle, maybe not. At any rate, let's speed this up, shall we? Oh, hello. Oh. Oh, this is going to go a lot further than that. A lot further. And up, over. No, really. Okay. That looks like a separate possible line down there. Quite possibly. Looks like I could have stopped it further down, though. Actually, maybe I needed to? No, it's gonna keep going. Okay. Yeah. It looks like there's an alternate path that links down there or goes into the lower line. Man, this game requires an insane amount of patience. You want to grab all the environmentals, you really need to do a lot on the boat. Just passing by at different speeds. Kind of ridiculous, really. Oh yeah, you'd think that I, of all people, would have noticed this visual Easter egg. But yeah, you see these sort of dark stripes in the rocks back here? See the statue of the woman here? Yeah, it's her hair. It kind of, you sort of stripes in together. Looks better from some angles than others. It actually continues to stretch out there. Yeah. It's a neat little thing. Let me, speed it up through here. Well, yeah, I mean, the stars in Braid are something that you're not told about. There's no even, like, the slightest hint that they might be present, apart from the fact that there's so many references to, you know, Super Mario Brothers in the game, and it's like, oh, look, there's also a Legend of 7 Stars. I see what they did there. And it doesn't give you all that much when you get them all, but what it does give you is very, I will say, confirming. Confirming. Super Mario RPG is amazing. I love the game. I have played through it multiple times. Alright, I have passed by this damn thing on the boat twice. And twice it has just plain not worked for me. I want to kind of go over it very slowly. I feel like I kind of need to just stop the boat in just the right spot to make this happen. This one's supposed to be done from the land? I figure it's gotta be from the boat, right? Really? The boat definitely needs to be moving. The dot's like stuck. Come on. What? That is the third time I've gone by there and not gotten that obvious line to work. I don't know what they're asking for. But whatever it is, I'm apparently not giving it to them. No, it did occur to me to try to go by it in the other direction. You can turn the boat around? Oh! I actually appreciate you telling me that, because that was actually something that I was hoping to be able to do. Because, right, where they show the boat is a dot, so yeah, you can actually draw a line from there. I should have realized that was actually a lot more doable. Fair enough. I'm basically just mopping up loose ends. I don't intend to unlock everything in the game right now. As a matter of fact, I'm probably not going to be at this for much longer. But the things that I knew about, that I had seen and not done, I wanted to at least get some of those looked into. So as to not leave loose ends, as it were. I definitely get the feeling that there's at least one sizable area that I haven't been to. There seems to be an underground complex somewhere that I've seen elements of from the backside. Yeah, here we go. Come on. Here we go. Yeah. Some of these really are a nuisance. Good to see you again, Sinersha. I'm not sure how much more of the environmentals I'm going to try to locate on my own, in all honesty. But definitely some more that I know I can pick off that I've encountered. I'm mostly interested in actually finding and completing all of the non-environmental puzzles, as I feel that is something I should definitely be quite able to do. Actually, let me check something real quick. Yeah, 432 solved. What's the grand number again? I'm sure that somebody in chat knows how many non-environmental puzzles there are. I must be getting close. Oh, those stupid triangle ones. I might actually have to do a lot of backtracking to make sure I found all of those too. $523? Oh dear. So So here's another actual visual Easter egg that significance... I didn't realize this until it was pointed out to me. The pause screen here is supposed to resemble that sort of dark color shading thing you see if you close your eyes really tightly and leave it that way for a while. As a matter of fact, if I unpause it, you should see in an animation it will actually look like someone opening their eyes. When you pause and unpause, you're opening and closing your eyes. This was a little something that I hadn't picked up on. Yeah, I didn't realize that either until that was pointed out to me. Yeah, yep, that's precisely the idea. Nap, yeah, that's the idea. Oh yeah, here's another Easter egg. You've probably seen that one though. The sand there makes an octopus. That never actually makes a circle, I believe. I know there's at least one environmental around the shipwreck here. We might need to turn this ship around. I don't even know where the end target for this is. Obviously, it is a line. It is supposed to go somewhere. Yeah! Yeah, 8 years, right? From this angle, it does not seem to be making a circle. Frankly, it's starting to creep me out a little. Seems to want to latch onto the map, not that circle there. Well then, I guess we're just gonna have to back this boat up. Come on. Is it gonna... Nope. I don't know where it's supposed to go from here. Oh, bye. Oh yeah, there was, Oh, and I'm at the opposite end of the island from it now. Hmm. Might be easier to just march straight across the center of the island than to take the boat. Alright, so there's apparently still like 100 base puzzles I haven't located yet. That's more than a little distressing, actually, that the number's that large. Because I really don't seem to know where more might be hiding. I will probably continue to play this, but I don't think I'll be streaming it any further. I don't feel as though there would be anything to be gained for anybody in my doing this. Sort of already shown off a good portion of the game. And, pretty much every little enigma that I ran across, I've, shown off the solution for. Maybe just a few small exceptions. There are a lot of... I should not have come this way. I don't know why I did. I've gotten myself good and lost, actually. Oh, yeah, you know what? While I'm showing off little visual Easter eggs, let me show off my favorite. In the I really wish I had known about this earlier apartment. I got some finagling to do. I think I need to get across here. Oh, I'm on the bridge. Okay. Oh. There we go. If I do, it will probably be quite some time in the future, and I feel like so much of it would be just wandering aimlessly around the island until I encounter things here or there, that, it's probably not going to be something that I would stream regardless. At least as far as the environmental puzzles are concerned. As far as all of the standard puzzles go, I don't know. Maybe. If I find, like, another big cache of puzzles that I didn't see earlier, I might go ahead and do a quick little stream to mop those up. I don't see myself getting all the environmentals done on stream. So I pointed out before that, you know, we've got statue here against the side of the mountain, the lady with her hand raised out. On this little sort of fence deal here, we've got someone seemingly reaching down off of that broken cage. And it just so happens that if you stand right about here, they can hold hands. The one that looks enormous and reaching up to the sky, and the one that looks small and reaching down. It actually looks like... she's helping her up. That right there is one of the most beautiful things they hid in the game right there. Yeah. Gotta love it when the entire mountain participates in an optical illusion. Yeah, it is astounding how much effort they put into all of the perspective elements in this game. They're everywhere. What I would actually love to know is whether I have found all of the audio logs or not. Because it seems like I still run across those every now and then. Yeah. And there's the end game elevator. There was an audio log on that. I got that one. I already have this path. Although just for fun, I suppose I could draw it again. You actually can do it at max speed. Yeah. Okay, I saw one in the front of that temple. At least one, anyway. Can't think of too many more, bits of... Yeah, no? Oh, it links up over there. Here we go. Huh. Goes to the pillar right there. It's me to wonder if there's another one here. There's definitely enough gray here to go around. Yep. As a matter of fact, it wouldn't surprise me if even that wasn't all of them. Looks like there's more gray back in here. Sort of all over the place. Yeah, definitely got that one. Hmm. That's round. There's another one. That was 3. Right, I did that. It looks like there should be another one out there somehow. That is definitely a tab. There we go. Oh, frickin' fern! There we go. There it is. Up and over. It's like, I've found 4 here already. It looks like there might be more. I get the feeling... Oh, there's a tab there. But that's from... Huh. I see that from the side, so how does one... I think they'll let me just... I can see where that would end. Ugh, pardon me. See how it would start. See how I could get that. Looking at it from here. There's some pattern that would bend into that. That's too much of a perspective gap to jump there. I have a solution in need of a puzzle. It's quite literally a loose end. Yeah, there must be more. What was the number you gave me? $523? And I have 432? That's, that is not a small amount left. That is a very large amount left. Oh yeah, all of the odd sort of patterns on that block. On the stand here. There is actually something of significance to that. These holes in the metal here. There's sort of a small narrative to it. That definitely looks like part of a line that's missing a circle. But that's not what I wanted to look for. If you find the right spot, the right angle, and look through these gaps. There we go. You actually see people. We have someone sitting down, looking out. Here. See, they're playing a pipe. Here. Now they have wings. Sort of clawed feet. Interesting little, there are lots of little things like that in this game. Holy crap. Yeah, this looks to be a path without a circle to start it with. If I'm outside here, looking in. No, I'm still not seeing. To start that. I can get on the other side of this wall, though, right? I can look at it from even further back. In theory. Kind of a... It's quite the distance to look at this point. But yeah, I'm still not seeing a circle. Really does look like there should be a path down in here somewhere. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I'd been wondering about that one. Hey, Eatery, it's like the Stanley Parable except with puzzles. At this moment in time, I don't think I want any clues. I will look at things when I have the chance. Try to figure out a few things here and there. I'm sure there's going to be at least one more sizable chunk of puzzles. I think I even know where it is, I just don't know how to get to where it starts. That would sort of be the clincher, as it were. And hopefully I will find that and be able to make some more progress. I suppose I would eventually like to, at the very least, get all the non-environmental puzzles done. And that much probably should be streamed. As far as the other things are concerned, I'm sort of alright with, just doing that on my own time. Oh yeah, actually, I think there is another... I remember seeing somewhere out in this direction. Yeah. That has got to be the start of a line. Just, I'm not sure what shape the line itself would follow. Where it would end. I would probably need to... I might need to look at it from the top of the mountain. At least from higher up than here. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna be high enough. Seems a little misshapen as well. We're getting there. Ooh, there we go. There it is. Yeah, I remember seeing that cove a while ago. Like, there has to be a line there somewhere. There's the statue reaching out. He actually has what looks like a hair tie on when you look at it from this side. Of course, I've already done this one. I have the feeling was... Yeah. Sure, for a lot of people, that was their first environmental line. So many lasers. It's interesting that you don't need all of them. I've got 10 and you only need 7. Yeah, there are definitely more things to be done. Like, I've only got half the vids in the theater. I know there's at least one door underground that's locked. I haven't visited it from the other side. So there's definitely still some things that I know haven't been done yet, that I have some leads on. But on the whole, I don't think there's too much else. to really keep me, No, I don't think that's ever gonna line up. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be too much else. To keep me, like, wanting to come back to this next week. No real big chunk of forward progress that I know I can make. Could solve that one. Still haven't figured out the logic of those, but whatever. So I think as far as the Witness miniseries here is concerned, I think that's gonna be it. At least for quite a while. At some point in the future, I'll probably figure out how to get to other chunks of puzzles that I haven't actually done yet. And when I do, I'll probably go ahead and stream them. There definitely does seem to be a wire to get to this platform here. Probably is a puzzle here to be unlocked eventually. I have the nagging suspicion it's all the little puzzles with the triangles that are all over the place. In some way, somehow, I'm probably gonna have to do a lot of searching across the island again to locate them all. I know I saw quite a few and passed by them again. No. But yeah, and I might actually end up leaving out certain things. I'm probably not going to be highlighting the theaters, for example. Or maybe some of the other, off-the-beaten-path puzzles that I did. But, for the most part, I think I've got a good, completed chunk here. Eventually, I might find more to do and add an epilogue or two. For now,
a star at dawn.
now I think we'll be, calling this to a close.
A bubble
A bubble in a stream.
in a stream.
Time to close up shop. Napkin up the blood and entrails.
A flash of lightning in a summer
A
cloud.
flash of lightning in a summer cloud.
Tell me, where does all the magic go when the curtain falls to end the show? Do the clowns always cry when they pack up the paper sky?
A flickering lamp.
When the champagne is being poured and the lock is on the old stage door, will there still be a clown in the sky for me?
A phantom.
A phantom.
Phantom.
A phantom.
Your last hint as to where the ending is. There apparently is a way to actually get to the ending without starting anew. There's something you can actually do to shut that door.
And a dream.
And a dream.
And a dream.
And a dream.
How polite of the program to quit itself for me.